Alright, let's install your fret Zealot. First, we're going to remove the strings, but only from the top here. It's important to clean the fretboard of your guitar to make sure that it's clear of any debris. You want to fit your fret Zealot on the fretboard of your guitar to make sure everything fits properly. Some guitars have different spacing here between the nut and the first fret, and you might have to adjust it up or down a little bit. As you go down each fret, on some scale length guitars, you might have a little bit of space in between the fret and the LEDs. That's okay. What you don't want is any of the LED strips actually overlapping any of your frets. It's supposed to be just above each of the frets. Alright, so we're going to remove the tape from just the first two frets on our fret Zealot. Just like that. And this is because we want to install the first fret here first. This is the most important location. It's where everything is centered about. And you want to be careful so that you leave a little bit of a gap here on the neck so that you can bend this around later. But we're not going to bend that for every single one yet. We'll do that last. And you want to make sure that these LEDs line up with where your low E string is going to go. And don't worry if you place it, you can still lift it up and place it again. The adhesive takes about a week for it to harden properly, so you have a little bit of leeway here. It's okay if it does not go all the way to the right edge. That's on purpose. We don't want your hand getting caught on it at all. So this LED will line up with the high E string, this with the low E string. But anywhere in the vicinity of these strings will still be very clear when playing. So we'll place this one here, just like that. See, this gap isn't big enough, so I actually want a little bit of a bigger gap here. There we go. That seems more reasonable to me. When you place this down, you want to make sure that it's very tight on this first LED because we will be bending around this corner here, and you don't want it popping up. So now I'll remove some more coating for the next strip. I'll place this one just like that, making sure it's solid there. Now for the next one. You want to make sure the gap between here and the spine is the same along the entire length so that when you bend it over, there aren't any bulges. And finally, for this last strip, make sure that this can wrap around the side of your neck here, and we're going to push down on the entire length of this spine, starting from the bottom. There's a couple things to make note of. This corner right here, you want to make sure it's very tight when you bend down. That doesn't mean press really hard, but just gently make sure that you're pressing a little as you push this down. This makes sure that this bend is a perfect 90 degrees or as close as possible so that it doesn't bump up and cause any interference. So we'll bend this down, making sure these corners are good, one at a time. You can take your time, do one strip, just lightly pressing down. So now we just have to restring our guitar. We can actually tune this with the app later, so I'm just getting these roughly tightened right now. Alright, so now we're going to assemble your battery module for fret Zealot. Simply take your capo here, put it on here. You want to, unless you're using a left-handed guitar, you want to keep this facing to the right of the capo like this. And that's so that your charge port and your switch is on the bottom portion. So when you put it on the guitar, it's easy to charge without taking anything off. You take this and go through here. So this is how you put this on with a capo. You don't have to use this. You can always install just the module underneath here using either this side or this side, simple double-sided tape. It's up to you. But this will make sure that you can attach it to any headstock and it'll be easy to remove constantly. You can go ahead and attach your fret Zealot there. So now you just have to plug in your audio cable into the fret Zealot LED strip and the Bluetooth and battery controller. We've provided a 4-pole audio cable. You can get a longer one, so you can just put this in your pocket or somewhere else, strap it to your guitar strap. Anything's possible, but make sure that this is a 4-pole connector. So we'll put one end in here. And then this other end can go in here. You can just twist this around so that it sticks up under there. You simply need to switch this switch to on and sync up with the app.